Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Modern Engineers. Another quick tour today. This one is of the Billy the Kid class. I decided to name this new class of ship after gunslingers because she is a gunfighter destroyer. Here we're on the Slipway. This is purely designed for building ships only. So I can't repair ships and pull them up on here, but this is to kind of guarantee that I have always a building slot. You can see that she's pretty decently sized. She's actually shorter than the Terror class frigate, but she's also not designed to have a hangar or anything like that, but she's designed to be quicker, she's designed to be more maneuverable, and she's designed purely with her guns in mind. She's not designed to pick a fight with aircraft, but support the aircraft carrier, who she's dedicated to be an escort for, and basically just consistently provide ground support. Because the idea is I don't want the carrier close enough that it can take shots from the land. So this is what's going to be providing support. You can see she's very much unfinished. And you can see where the DC deck is going to be, right below here, before it starts to get broken up. So we're going to move forward, and I'm going to try and give you as best a tour as I can with what little available space there is on the ship right now that is finished. So we'll start at the forecastle. Looking aft, you can see we have one 5-inch gun. She's currently in place. She's going to have 3 of them. That's the plan. And then I love my little greebling air vent right there, which is similar to the style that is called the bucket vents on the battleships. And you see them on older style destroyers. She's based off of the Forrest Sherman class, a pretty decent little destroyer. She's the last of the gunfighters in the U.S. Navy. But she's going to have 3 of these guns, which is the same type that was used. I kind of like the art style. It looks pretty good, but I haven't decided whether or not that's going to stay or if it's going to be swapped out for the standard 5-inch gun that's on the other ships. Moving aft, you can see the start of an air vent that's going to start pulling air down. We have some officer deck. There's going to be this is going to be the breezeway, and you start moving aft, and then basically this is pretty much all that's finished of the superstructure. But the superstructure is going to continue aft for quite a few frames. We're going to go ahead and head down a little bit for the next space. Over here, this is supposed to be the AC room, but we'll gloss over that real quick. Moving forward, this is the ammunition handling. It'll come straight down. This is where you can load the 5-inch guns and put the ammunition down there. You want to store your ammunition as low as possible because it's heavy, but 2, it provides more protection from the water. So that basically the water provides protection from the ammunition. So this is a pretty decent little setup, and it's part of the only heavy armored section of the ship, because you want to make a ship as cheap as possible. You have the all or nothing armor scheme, so heavy armor only where you need it. Moving aft a little bit, this is the sonar space. The ship does feature a sonar system that we will use. It's still not installed. It's a directional array. This will be the space that supports all the hardware and the searching equipment. Down here is where the dome access, and you can see where the dome will actually be installed. I probably will not install it until the ship is in a dry dock phase. Just mostly because ASW warfare is not this ship's primary goal as much as it is getting it in the water. You can see there's very obviously not a lot of space here done, but here we are in the forward generator room. This is going to be probably all gutted out and swapped out, but I haven't decided yet. This is where we would be making water and supplying the ship with viable resources as an auxiliary space. This is okay. These little holes here are for the access for the fuel tanks, so we'll put in our fuel tanks, and then we're moving back here. We have our first engine room, and you can see the load centers. I'm trying out the new heat distribution, so I'm trying to see if I can chill basically everything all at the same time. You wouldn't normally be walking in this bilge area. You'd have a little catwalk, so there's plenty of room here. You can see where the engine is coupled to the propeller back here via the shaft. one of the house rules is that the shaft travels all the way down to the propeller, so it'll travel into the next base. These are extended range fuel tanks, and then this up here will be one of the AC machinery rooms. There's going to be two, one for each engine room, which is where this one is. You can see this plumbing is not so finished. Have access for the fuel tanks, and then engine number 2. Now, I separate generators and engines, so it's important to have one dedicated for propulsion and one dedicated for electricity. The good news is she's cheap on the load center front, only 2. Then moving further back aft behind the last bulkhead, we have shaft alley and a second auxiliary room. Probably another generator. I haven't decided yet. The space is kind of cramped in there. And then further back here, behind this last bulkhead, is aft steering, which I'm going to try and keep as a standard on all modern ships from now on, is that there is going to be a after steering section. I mean, you see, there's not a lot here, but she's on the frame and she's going to be built, and the hope is to get her in the water probably a little bit quicker than the carrier, but she's dedicated an escort to this carrier. So we'll hopefully get her there soon. I'm not really sure when I'm going to start work back up on her, but I'm sure you guys will see it soon. I'm hoping to finish her up, and then I can start showing you guys how I go about building the rest of the ships. Anyway, this one was super quick. Didn't expect it to be this short, so hopefully that's good enough for you guys. See you on the next one.